Okay, welcome to part 2 of my video blog, the ProgPower 2011 edition recap. As you can see, Molly's going to be helping me. Right, Molly? Yeah? Thank you. Okay. She'll probably just sleep. But let's get started. Saturday's show started early with special VIP gold badge only show with Vandenplaats, and it was an acoustic show special for just for VIPs and gold badge members, and they were amazing. They played a lot of cover songs, a lot of stuff off of XII and Seraphic Clockwork. Andy Kuntz's voice sounded amazing. Those guys are class acts and really cool to hang out with, and it was awesome to hear them acoustic. So for someone that's never seen Vandenplaats, getting to see them Thursday with a full set and then seeing them acoustic, it's a dream come true. And that's what you get when you go to ProgPower, and one of the perks of being a sponsor, VIP, and or a gold badge holder. You get special shows like this that no one else is going to be able to see. So the fest started off with Haken from the UK. Great band, very proggy. Probably the best musicians of the fest, I would say. Great guys. I met them backstage. They were really cool and sounded great. They had the opening slot on Saturday, but they won people over, and people seemed to really like them, and I thought they were great. And also they pre-released their album Visions, and I heard it sold pretty well, so great for them. The next band was While Heaven Wept, and sad to say, I missed them. I know I suck, but I don't know what I was doing, probably socializing as usual, and lost track of time. But I heard they did really well, and I met a couple of those guys backstage, and they were really cool, so glad to hear that their set went well. The next band was Red Circuit from Germany with the Sri Lankan Ronnie James Dio, Chidi Somapalia on vocals. Chidi's a great guy. He was the former singer for Firewind. Just a killer vocalist, amazing performer, nice guy all around, you know, like really cool guy, and they had a great set. The fans really loved them. They played a lot of stuff off the debut Trans State and off of Homeland, which is my personal favorite, and it was great to see them. And they put on a really good show, and it was totally kick-ass and totally metal. The next band was Labyrinth, and unfortunately I missed Labyrinth, and the reason why is because I had a choice between seeing Labyrinth or going out to dinner with the Voyager guys and a couple of the sponsors to the Vortex, and I weighed my decision. I think I made the right decision because I wanted to hang out with my Australian friends, and when's the next time I'm going to be able to see them? So I think I made the right choice. We had a lot of fun. We took a lot of crazy pictures of us eating burgers. Alex had the cardiac bypass burger, which he finished. And it was just a lot of fun, really cool to hang out with those guys and take them out and buy dinner for them. So it was awesome. Got back in time for Forbidden, who was the replacement for Dream Evil, who screwed up and missed the festival entirely. But Glenn, great job on filling in that slot because Forbidden just kicked ass. Even though Russ Anderson kept calling the festival Power Prog, which Gene Hoagland, the drummer, kept correcting him, but it's not their crowd, but they won everyone over with their brand of Bay Area thrash, and I've loved those guys for years, but seeing them with Gene Hoagland was more than I could ask for. He made their heaviest songs sound even heavier, so I was happy to see them. They put on a great show, and Glenn even allowed a pit, and the pit was really well run and organized, as much as you can organize a pit, except for the guy with a red shirt and long hair that kept falling down and bumping into people, but what can you do? There's one in every crowd. So after Forbidden, myself and Alicia Smith went up to the VIP bar, and Whitney D, the bartender up there, decided to pour me a shot of Jägermeister, and did my Jägermeister shot off the bar because Whitney spilled it and told me to drink it off the bar, and I'm all for a little challenge and a photo op and just being silly, so I did it. Yeah, it's gross. Who cares? Got great pictures, and it was worth a laugh, so what the hell. After that, if that wasn't enough, it was time for Therion. And I've never seen Therion. I'm not the biggest fan, but they put on a great show. Laurie Lewis and Snowy Shaw, just killer vocalists, a very operatic style, heavy, very theatrical. The crowd loved them. This is probably the last time you'll ever see Therion in the US. So if you missed them, then you missed out. But that's what ProgPower is all about, is seeing rare shows and one-of-a-kind shows. And that was what this whole festival was about. So if you missed out, there's next year, but the festival won't be around forever. So I would definitely suggest to get your tickets. They're on sale now for next year. You're going to have Redemption, Symphony X, Epica, Pretty Maids, Mystic Prophecy, Landfear, Serenity. There's just Amaranth. There's the whole lineup is amazing. Primordial. It's not just limited to power metal and prog metal anymore. All genres are open, and it's a great idea of Glenn, and I think that he's making the right decision, because there's only so many prog or power metal bands out there. So definitely get your tickets now. A lot of these bands you're not going to see in the US. There's not going to be any tours. Pretty Maids isn't doing a tour. It's going to probably be a one-off show, so definitely get your tickets. And to Glenn and Jen, thank you so much for everything and putting on the best US festival there is, bar none. It was great to hang out with Jen a little and talk to her. We're Facebook friends, and it was cool to actually sit down and have a conversation with her. Jen's awesome, and Jen rules, as does Glenn. And again, that's pretty much my experience at ProgPower, being my second year and being a VIP sponsor for Sanctuary. I'll be back next year as a sponsor, and I'll be there every year that they continue the fest. So till next time, this is Matt for the Metal Pit, and keep it metal.